Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to another episode of Startup Talks. Um, uh, Today's session and a couple of more sessions tomorrow and the day after are going to be around consumer behavior and buying habits. These two things traditionally have been the main forces driving any business. And businesses traditionally have been able to give direction to consumers in terms of their buying habits, defining it for them. But post pandemic, consumer behavior and buying habits are actually going to be the main and driving forces behind tactical business decisions. So, to talk about this, we have a social impact founder, Mohammad Arif. He is based in Malaysia. His startup is called Barterrup, and we'll have a chat with him today then. So, Mohammed, thank you very much for coming on to Startup Talks. How are you doing today?
Very well, Alhamdulillah. It's a
Mm,
pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me.
thank you for being here. So, what's this Barterrup all about?
Barter is all about boosting shared consumption and a sharing community.
Mm-hmm.
That is the prime premise with what it started, or I would say what it has become to.
Mm-hmm.
It started with a small thought that there should be a mechanism during the pandemic. This is made in pandemic. Like we say, ideas made in internet.
Mm-hmm.
This is made in pandemic. I would like to coin it that way. So there has to be a mechanism with which we can do community-based bartering. That's how it started.
Mm-hmm.
And when we went into it, we iterated, we tried to find product market fit. And eventually, along its journey, it became more about sustainability.
Mm-hmm.
It became more about shared consumption and a sharing community. It became more about challenging individualistic values and deep consumerism values that we all have.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it became more about one true collective society rather than you do you and I do I. So that is the prime premise behind it. And we do see a lot of sustainable impact. I mean, if the engagement is at scale, the ripple effects will be at scale, and they go far beyond we can think. They can even impact climate change, sustainable cities and communities, responsible production. I mean, I'm trying to connect this to SDG goals, but that's not the only premise that I'm trying to portray here.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I had a look at your website, the Barterrup website. I believe you entertain NGOs as well. You're going to be doing partnerships with them?
Yes, let me come to that.
Yeah.
So, BarterUp does four things. First is the swapping or exchanging. I've learned I should not call it barter a lot, but more swapping or exchanging because
Mm-hmm.
people are more familiar with that word,
Mm-hmm.
especially Gen Z.
Yeah.
I'm betting big on Gen Z because they are the group that are most prioritizing sustainability in their lives. So
Right.
swapping or exchanging of goods and services with each other. It could be good against a good against a service, or a service against a service.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, we do have giveaways. You want to declutter your home, you have unwanted stuff which you want to give away, you can give away that. The third is NGOs. So yes, we are partnering with NGOs, and NGOs are going to create listings of what they need, and people can come and collaborate with them and engage with them. This works in a two-way model because it gives NGOs a good access to the community, whereas today, without the platform, they need to see and call and arrange and organize on who to make arrangements from. But with the platform, we intend to connect the community, the people like me and non-NGO people with the NGOs. And we also call them CBOs, community-based organizations.
Ah.
They work in small areas towards orphanages, handicapped children, old age homes, etc. And the fourth is anyone on the platform can request for what they need. We
Mm-hmm.
call it I need post. Anyone can create an I need post, and someone from the community can pick it up. So this connects to the sharing movement.
Uh-huh. And is it only centered around Malaysia right now?
Yes, we started in Malaysia. We started on 31st August and 1st September, between the two days, because the Malaysia National Day was on 31st August.
Mm-hmm.
And it's centered around Malaysia now, but we are thinking to move it to other places, and Pakistan is one of them that we are looking at based on our research and the engagement that we can get there.
Yeah, social impact startups, we don't have many in Pakistan right now. And uh, areas like vocational training and support elements, traditionally Pakistan has been more reliant on organizations like ED and Chipa and all those, but they're doing wonderful job. I mean, and there's nobody to match them. But
Yeah.
digitizing all of this is definitely very much needed. Pakistan having a population of 220 million, and almost half of them around the age of 30, right? So there's a huge potential there. So
Yeah.
how does it really work? Say, for example, I need something, right? I need a book or a bed or a cupboard or something. I just post it there, and somebody will see it there who wants to donate. Or is it kind of like a donation model kind of thing, or a purely an exchange?
It has exchange, it has donation as well.
Okay.
So if you're giving away stuff, you're not expecting anything in return. So that's a giveaway.
Mhm.
That's not an exchange. And there is
Mhm.
donation as well to the NGOs, and you can give away to the NGOs as well. And then there is exchange as well. So I believe this is an enormous space in our society as well, where in the context of people owning things, where they have something which they don't want or they don't need or they don't use,
Mhm.
versus they need something else and they can exchange it with someone. And this engages the double coincidence of wants, which is the crux of the barter. And we are trying to resolve that via using smart technologies.
Mhm. I saw one of your posts. You're a keen video. You post videos very keenly on LinkedIn, I think, and I believe on Instagram too. I saw you were cycling, maybe in some jungle or somewhere. You were talking about consumer behavior a couple of days back. What are your thoughts on consumer behavior? Or how do you think consumer behavior is going to define the future?
I believe that the spending power is moving from millennials to the Gen Z population.
Mm-hmm.
And as we progress, I mean, if you compare it to last 5 years to today, and if you take into account the next 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
Gen Z would hold a bigger chunk of the spending power. And that particular cult of users or people or humans
Mm-hmm.
or group of humans, they do take sustainability seriously. They do take their shopping habits, their lifestyle habits, their behaviors, and the actions that they do, that where they spend the money. Their mindset and psyche is very different as compared to millennials. I'm not saying millennials or other generations don't have it, but Gen Z, the kind of sustainable inclination they have is unparalleled. So
Mm-hmm.
I think businesses will need to consider that. Even if you see Nike, Levi's, I mean, big brands,
Mm-hmm.
they are I don't know, they do it just to engage Gen Z and make more business,
Mm-hmm.
or they actually want to do it. I think only they can answer, but I take it at face value. And yes, they are doing good work, but at times it often backlashes, because if you talk a lot about sustainability, but you don't show action, or your
Mm-hmm.
action is counterproductive, then you get you get hammered on social media.
Absolutely. A lot of large corporations, they do have CSR initiatives. Uh, some of them are from the core of their hearts, and some of them are to portray a better picture of the corporate world. But I like what you've got on your wall at the back there. Ideas are shit, execution is the game, right? That's a really strong message, message you've got, and I love your enthusiasm, because a lot of people talk about. There's a lot of talk, first of all, about making social changes, impacting the society, improving people's lives, but you don't see many young people coming forward. Maybe they are hidden somewhere behind the curtain, right? The Muslim population likes to do things behind curtains. They don't want to publicize it. That's good, but something on a mass scale that you're trying to do, I think this is a very good sign. So, what's your sustainability model? How are you going to sustain it? It's only young, only been a month or so since you started this. I don't know how many people are there on the team, but what's your sustainability model going to be like? How are you going to sustain yourself?
Okay. First of all, this is a social initiative, and we are bootstrapping as of now.
Mm-hmm.
This Barterrup came of my own company on which I'm a partner. It's called Olive Touch Technologies. It's
Mm-hmm.
based in Malaysia
Mm-hmm.
since 5 years. It's a small boutique consulting firm,
Mm-hmm.
and Barterrup came as a product from that company as an idea that we want to create a social and an environmental impact, do something good.
Mm-hmm.
When we started, we did not think of any monetary model, to be very honest.
Mm-hmm.
Raising awareness of this sustainability and swapping culture is itself very hard. I am facing the hardships now, but again, persistence is the key. I'm going to continue doing that. And I believe we're going to make some great impacts. I don't know how long it will take, 2 months, 2 years, but it is there because I do see the potential. In terms of sustainability of our own company or our own product, we
Yeah.
have applied for funding at pre-seed accelerators
Mm-hmm.
who give you seed funding or pre-seed funding, and we are awaiting answers.
Mm-hmm.
And until we land the funding, we are going to bootstrap as we are bootstrapping now.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't employed a very heavy payroll
Mm-hmm.
because our all tech stack is all outsourced to a reliable partner in
Mm-hmm.
India.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how we get our tech stack done, and marketing and content is done from here, Malaysia, in-house. And the major efforts these days, they
Mm-hmm.
go in partnerships to get NGOs on board. And
Mm-hmm.
not only NGOs, we're also trying to get recycling companies who have the concept of usability and reusability and circular economy, them also on board.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of effort goes on content, which I personally take care of myself and also learning along the way.
Okay, that's great. Now, yeah, obviously, when you talk about sustaining, um, right now it's on a small team. Tomorrow, inshallah, in a couple of months' time, you'll have people. You'll expand beyond Malaysia.
Inshallah.
Obviously, yeah, inshallah, and they will need salaries and that kind of stuff. So obviously, you'll need some support. So through the Startup Talks platform, what kind of help and support do you think you need from the community? You can speak your heart out, and hopefully somebody might reach out. But as far as the seed rounds and all you're talking about, because I've been mentoring some startups as well, if you go for venture investments, venture capital firms, their main target is returns on their investments, because behind them they've also got people funding them. So there's a long chain of funds accumulated in a fund, and they lodge into other startups, so they're obviously expecting some returns. My suggestion personally would be to try some angel networks, right? Some angel investors who do. There are many who actually go out and support such social initiatives. So,
Mhm.
what kind of help do you need? You can jot down 1, 10, 20 points, whatever you need.
Thanks for asking that. First of all, yes, I'm in the Angel Network. Mainly are based in US where we have applied.
Mm-hmm.
They do have non-profit startups as a sector as well, and they do have for-profit startups as well.
Mm-hmm.
I did mention we don't have a revenue model now, but we do have some streams, some sustainable ethical streams that we will bring in.
Mm-hmm.
Sustainability is a big thing, and a lot of investment is going into that.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I do believe in exceptions. I just posted a video today as well on LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
It works for me, and it will work for me, inshallah, in future as well. And for me, if you see, I'm not selling the platform. No, that's not my premise here. I'm selling the mindset. This whole bartering thing, swapping thing, secondhand fashion, this all is a mindset.
Yeah.
It's a lifestyle. It's not a platform. So I think my narrative will get me the funding that I'm trying to do and trying to make the difference.
Mhm.
And as far as what I need from the community, let me tell you, it would be great if people can get the word out. I mean, it takes zero efforts or very minimal efforts to post about it or tweet about it or sign up on it or list something, very
Yeah.
easy. It would be good to have people who can reach out, who are good in technical skills. We can hire them, we can work with them, content creators, content managers, writers.
Mhm.
Uh, it, it's a content game. It's
Mhm.
where the attention is and where you get the attention from. So my whole bet is on the content, because content does matter. It gets the word out. And I may not be the best content creator,
Mhm.
and I may not even be the worst content creator. I'm just trying. And it would be good to have more people attached to the cause, and check our website and see if they would like to attach to the cause and provide their efforts. And again, I'm not asking for free efforts. We can pay.
Mhm.
And influencers also, though I do have a lot of criticism against influencers because of the way they operate. They operate on insecurities of people.
Mhm.
But putting that aside, that's a different conversation for another day. But influencers do have a lot of following, and they can get the word out for a social initiative, for a social cause, and give back to the society, the community, and the environment.
Reach out to Shahid Afridi, right? Yeah, he's got a wonderful organization. I think he's open to such partnerships. You can touch with him. Maybe if he finds the model interesting, right? He's got the
That's a very
Shahid
wonderful
Afridi.
idea, but he's a popular man, and it's hard to reach him, I guess.
No, you can. It's very easy to reach him. Try. I'm not going to suggest over here how to reach him, right? But you can reach. There are lots of people, lots of influencers who are doing wonderful job, wonderful social work they're doing. So, thank you very much, Mohammed. Thank you very much for being on Startup Talks. I think we'll call it a day here. Wish you best of luck. We'll hopefully see you in Pakistan. Barterrup has a big potential here. There are lots of small communities, especially formed during the pandemic, who are working on such exchange models, especially for education. A lot of kids went out of school. Many of them, they haven't gone back into school and to continue their education activities. Some people I've seen exchanging books online, some exchanging clothes online. There's a huge potential for this. So thank you very much, Mohammed. Inshallah, once you have succeeded, we'll sit and chat again. Okay?
Thank you so much for your time. And I know you don't have anything gaining out of it. So thank you for your selfless efforts. And I had a good time speaking on this platform. Thank you for giving me the chance. And inshallah, we will meet soon.
Inshallah. Thank you.
Thanks for your wishes.
Allah Hafiz.
Thank you. Allah Hafiz.